Sure there's no boogers this time. What is going on, people? NGS back again for another video. Suffice it to say, in as few words as possible, I am disappointed. I am disappointed with the Spider-Man community at large. Now, for those of you guys who are unaware, I am going to be talking about Marvel's Spider-Man for PlayStation 4. As you guys know, the game came out a few months ago to critical and commercial success. It's a pretty awesome game. I loved it. I loved my playthrough, and for that very reason, I am not going to be revisiting it for a while, considering what that fucking ending did to me. You knew what it would do to us, and you just fucking did it. Bravo, Insomniac. Bravo. One of the things that I love best about Marvel's Spider-Man is that it is a celebration of all types of Spider-Man history. Whether you are a new fan or old, whether you just jumped into the Spider-Man world, I don't know where you've been for the past 50 years, it doesn't matter because Insomniac went the extra mile to make it feel as if this was a Spider-Man game for everyone. So one of the big selling points of the game was the fact that you have so many different suits. So many different suits ranging throughout Spider-Man history. It didn't matter if it was from an animated series. It didn't matter if it was from a movie or two. Insomniac made sure that you, the gamer, were going to be immersed in all types of Spider-Man history. And suffice it to say, people had a lot of fun with it. Whether you are a fan of Spider-Man Noir, whether you are a fan of the Homecoming suit, or whether you are a fan of Iron Spider, which to this day, I don't understand why it has so many fans. But regardless of that, good on Insomniac for actually going the extra mile to animate all these suits. However, there is a certain group, a certain vocal minority, because to paint the entire Spider-Man fanbase with such a broad brush would be illegitimate. There is a certain group of people who have gone the extra mile to make it be known that they are dissatisfied with their purchase of Spider-Man PS4. And I am, of course, referring to the Sam Raimi movie fanbrats. And no, I am not going to treat them as regular individuals. They just have so much passion for the game, and that's why they're acting the way they do. No. Bump out that fucking nonsense. These are a bunch of opportunistic virgin fanbrats who are coming out here and harassing people because Insomniac has not released their coveted movie suit from the Raimi trilogy. Okay. Listen, it's one thing to get excited about a video game. It's one thing to get excited about a video game based off of your favorite character. It's another thing entirely to send death threats to people, to constantly harass their social media platforms, to belittle them at every single junction possible. That right there is some fucked up shit. I'm a big Spider-Man fan. I love all the suits that Insomniac has included, and I love some of the stuff that they've been adding in post-release. My favorite personal suit is the suit from The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now, do you see me here crying and complaining that Insomniac hasn't added the suit to the game? No. Why? Because it's a fictional video game, and given the track record of Insomniac and how they've been releasing things for this game, logic would dictate that maybe it's coming further down the road? Maybe? Possibly? Check out the last DLC pack that came out. One of the suits there was based off Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which very well may be the best Spider-Man movie ever created. Review coming soon. And instead of using logic to justify why Insomniac was releasing that suit, all of these Raimi fanbrats went onto their platforms, downvoted all of their freaking videos on the announcement trailers, complaining and crying that this should have been the Raimi suit. Instead of actually thinking that, maybe the reason Insomniac is releasing a suit based off of this movie, based off of this character, is, I don't know, maybe because it's free advertising and marketing? Maybe people will see that suit who weren't interested in Into the Spider-Verse and say, hey, I'll go check out this movie because this suit is in the game. Maybe? Then again, these people defend the movies where Mary Jane was a heartless bitch and left her husband at the altar, but I digress. Hey, I just got back from the gym, man. I'm hungry. What absolutely kills me with this entire situation is that these people are going to think as if their crying, their bitching, and their complaining actually made a difference, instead of actually looking into the development of the game and how some of this stuff works. A lot of people like to pretend that they are developers and they know exactly how certain things work in a game. Let's be honest, we've all done this before, but there is a fine line that you don't cross when it comes to saying that, yeah, they worked on this because of us, because we were crying about this. Do you really think that it is so easy for them to go out there and release this suit, just paste it onto this blank model? Wouldn't you think that some of this stuff would actually take some time? Contrary to popular belief, and I know mods have, made it seem like everything is so easy, but this stuff takes time to incorporate into a game, to make sure that the game itself is not going to break, to make sure it passes all types of quality control, and you get the approval, the licensee approval from Sony Pictures, from Marvel. It's not just as simple as, hey, I'm a PC gamer, I can mod all this stuff and look how this works. No, there are certain checkpoints. There's a list of things that you have to adhere to before you go ahead and release that. In addition to that, maybe there's a particular timing reason why a developer would want to release a suit like this. Maybe, I don't know, as a holiday gift for Christmas. Maybe, who knows, possibly, I don't know. But some of this stuff makes a heck of a lot more sense than the way these people were crying, bitching, and complaining over a fictional suit in a fictional video game. And you guys wonder why nobody takes you serious in the community. You guys wonder why you don't have a significant other. You guys wonder why, y'all motherfuckers stink. Because you spend so much time focusing on a fictional suit from a damn near 20-year-old movie than actually going out there and doing something constructive and positive. And by you guys doing this, crying and complaining on social media, what is that going to look like to the outside world? Oh yeah, all these people were crying and complaining about a suit from a movie that no one really remembers outside of the people who are crying about this. You guys think that you're winning, that you're champions because you're over here sending death threats to a development staff who are already working at this stuff and they can't go out there and go on a rant because it would look bad on them? And you guys know you would rant about them going on a rant. You guys know it. You're going to say, they're taking us for granted because we spent $65 on the video game and they're not giving us our suit. The free suit, mind you. The free suit, it's not like they just randomly decided to put this suit in 24 hours ago. It goes deeper than that. But people don't want to understand that. And this is the biggest problem that we get with social media armchair activists. Because you guys, the damage that you're doing, this stuff is going to be heard more than all the good stuff we're seeing out there in the community. It sucks, but it's true. Like all the cool things that Spider-Man PS4 has probably been doing for people, all the amazing fan art that we've seen, all the people who, might not have been into video games before and they just got into it for the first time because of this game. So many amazing stories are going to be drowned out because all these people were losing their shit because they didn't patch in a suit. A freaking suit. Maybe y'all need to be doing something else. Maybe pick up another hobby. Maybe y'all need to start knitting. Knit your own fucking suit if that's what you guys are going to spend all your time and effort on. You guys may not know this, but these developers do listen and they hear all of the comments that you are saying. This is not constructive criticism by any means. It's one thing to be excited about something and wanting to share your passion and saying, hey, I'm a big Spider-Man fan and I would really wish for you guys to release a suit based off of the Raimi movies. I'm sure those developers would oblige to that. But going on there and saying that your work is trash, your game is irrelevant because you're not releasing something that I want, that I dictate, you guys are the reason why people who are complaining about dislike content and stories being removed from games, why we're all getting lumped together as toxic, entitled, fan brat man-children. You guys are the reason behind this. So I really do hope you guys enjoy your suit. I really do hope that this is going to make your dreams come true. You guys might as well start masturbating to this suit. You probably already have at this point because you don't have a significant other. You guys have never even touched a vagina in your life. Suffice it to say, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I am disappointed in this community. I seriously am. I seriously freaking am. Because there's so much more good we could be spending our time with, our valuable time, than harassing people on Twitter because you didn't get a suit from a corny ass movie. And yes, the Raimi movies are corny as hell, regardless of what you people say. And what you guys just did That adds on to it.